Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. Earlier this week, one of the breaking news stories that we had in Bachelor Nation was that Bachelor legend, podcaster, host of Viall Files, Nick Viall, has announced he's having a baby with his fiancée, Natalie Joy. And now we get to hear some of the aspects of the pregnancy, and he talks about why he lied about the baby's gender. It's a fun little story we're going to get into right now. Do me a solid. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals for stand-up show updates. Huntington Beach next Thursday, 6 days away, 8/17, 8/24. I will be in Seattle. And tonight, Hollywood, California. Sunday night, Hollywood. Tons of stand-up shows. And also patreon.com/Dave Neal if you want behind-the-scenes content. If you can't make it to any of those stand-up shows and want to see the performances, you can go to patreon.com/Dave Neal and we'll do a live replay. You can see the video of that. And every afternoon, Bachelor Rush Hour, the hit podcast. Let's get into it. Here's the announcement that Natalie and Nick, I called him Knack, yeah, let's call him Knack, are pregnant, and then he's going to discuss why he lied about the baby's gender. Have a listen.
The one, the only Natalie Joy returns to the Viall Files.
She's back.
She's pregnant.
She's pregnant.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear?
Yeah. Did you hear?
Did you hear?
Oh my God, did you hear?
Did
Because
you
it
hear?
was like all over. It was pretty much the first time we tried.
This can be a very sensitive topic because so many women struggle with getting pregnant that I do just want to give a disclaimer and show some love to the women who do struggle. I've been very close to that. My sister did IVF for years and finally had a baby. They gave the baby a 5% chance the entire pregnancy of surviving outside of the womb. So it was a very tough pregnancy that I was very close to. So those women who do go through that, they're close to my heart.
How very kind for her to be considerate of the fact that it doesn't always happen so quickly or easily.
I've heard so many of those stories as well. So when we were just like, maybe we just see what happens. And
by the way, I'm in a similar boat where what I've learned about my wife and I is that we're not the ambitious types where we're not like, let's do this. We're kind of like, I guess, and it doesn't mean we don't want to have a kid. It just means the existential crisis of the world we live in, the global issues that exist out there. Do we want to have a baby right now financially, X, Y, all those types of things. And then I realized we're going to have those thoughts and feelings until the end of time. So that should be something we realize within ourselves is not a sort of indicator of whether or not we want to have a kid. And will it take a long time? Will it happen quickly? Who the hell knows?
It was more like, well, it's not going to happen right away. I think part of me, I always wanted to be a dad for so long. I had so many friends that it took some time and, it's not as always easy for people or just anyone. We were lucky. Yeah.
Had you nailed down the wedding date before you found out? Was that just an
Yes.
amazing coincidence that the timing kind of
and
works
we
out?
Actually, we're like, oh
We
my
weren't
God, should we move it up and do it this fall while I'm not showing? Should we push it back and just have a 1-year-old at our wedding?
Should we just shotgun it?
Should we just go to Vegas and elope? We definitely tossed around a lot of ideas, but I didn't want to feel rushed in moving it up. And then I have some pretty sick family members and I didn't want to risk pushing it back. So we kind of just kept it and we were like, we'll just have a baby.
Yeah, so it didn't change
at
it.
our
Yeah, have a baby at the wedding. Pass the baby around to a whole bunch of different people. Why not? Have a baby. My brother's getting married in several weeks. I will be there at the wedding, and they've got a baby because it doesn't always go in the correct order, marriage then baby, and that's okay too. All right, let's go to the time code here where Nick discusses trying to sniff out the moles in his family.
Find out the gender? Are you going to be surprised? We were talking about nursery design with Bobby and what gender colors mean, or if you do neutral.
We already know the gender.
Oh,
We do.
We're not revealing that yet. We have told some friends, but I've told some friends the wrong gender just to well, sometimes you have to weed out the moles.
Love it.
Yeah.
So everyone.
I love this side of Nick. It's funny. It's funny, right? When you have a kid, I think it's not that you get over the petty stuff or this or that. It's he's just trying to be a dad. It's relatable, I think, to everyone. Everyone's in a family. Everyone's got a dad or had a dad at one point or a mom or whatever. And he's just gonna try to be a dad. That's what he's gonna try to do. He's gonna start peddling baby formula products and baby Bjorn, the one that what is it, the shotgun Bjorn, the baby Bjorn on the side, that's what he's gonna do, and that's nice. But here he is bringing the pettiness to the baby reveal. I love it.
Every once in a while, I'll just you got to know who you can trust and who you don't trust, and I'll apologize in the future. But I was just,
I'm just excited to tell our baby that this is what Nick used the gender for.
to weed out.
It's also
I like
fake
that.
friends.
Because you never
ruin
know.
those
All of a sudden it gets
friendships.
around and be like, oh, I heard you're having and I'm like,
Then you know who
then
it
you
came
know
from.
who it came from.
But if
Yeah.
you've told multiple people the wrong gender, how are you going to know who said it?
Well, there's a couple people, the people
And that's the same question I had. What you need to do is you need to be very specific. If you have 10 people and you want to find out who the mole is, you have to give 10 different versions of the gender. Now, they might only say it's a boy or a girl, but you might say, wow, they found out it's a boy with blue eyes. Wow, they found out it's a girl with blue eyes. They found out it's a girl with one blue eye, one brown eye. And that way, if you find out there's a rumor that Nick's having a girl with one brown eye and one blue eye, it's like, it's Stacy. Stacy's the mole.
I told the wrong name to. I wonder if they have a big mouth.
But then what are they going to say to
Yeah,
you?
If I ever want a secret to get out to my whole entire family, if I ever want my whole entire family to know something, I tell my sister. My sister has the biggest mouth. I mean, the biggest mouth. If I say, hey, Chase, if you could not tell people that I'm X, Y, and Z, within hours, second cousins are going to...
You
when
should
you
be
post
telling
what it actually is.
Oh, we were joking.
Yeah, that'd be fine. It'd be like,
The doctor read it wrong.
No,
Yeah.
the doctor
Mistakes happen.
saw a little something.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
So if you know, maybe you don't know.
Ooh,
Tristan. Are we some of those
scary.
people?
Yeah, I'm a little worried that we're.
Well,
Well,
I guess
we'll
find out.
Guess we'll find out.
Guess we'll find out.
That's how you make sure that people
Guess I
who know.
might redact my offer to watch the kid at the wedding. So
Well, this depends.
Are you a mole?
Are you a mole?
We found out at was that 10 weeks, I think,
We did
whenever
the
we
blood
did
test.
the genetic test. And I was so sick. I needed something that got me to the next, because I was just hating the world. At that
Yeah, there was a
moment.
couple weeks in there where it was a lot of emotional, I was trying to bring the mood up.
I don't know if it's a thing. I definitely asked my therapist about it, but I was like, is first trimester depression a thing? Because obviously there's postpartum depression. First trimester, you're so sick, you can barely get out of bed. For some people have it amazing, but you can barely get out of bed. You can't eat much. You're just sad. I cried all the time. I'm like, how are people not depressed? How is
Yeah.
this not a thing?
what did she say?
And she just basically was like, well, I mean, yeah, how could you not be depressed when all those things are happening in your life?
And then when we first found out, we were hearing how it's very genetic, especially from the mom. So
Especially.
called Natalie's mom. She's like, I didn't get sick with any of my kids. And we were like, amazing. And then 2 days later, not Natalie. But yeah. Anyway, so we found out the gender.
I'm gonna start designing the nursery soon.
Yeah. Very exciting stuff.
I hope the nursery is better designed than the studio. No, it's just come on, the curtains.
It is cool seeing the ultrasound and they move around.
Yeah.
Because our baby looks like a bit of an alien right now, but
Yeah.
also
By the way, do you think he has those notes in his hands when he's got a baby? He's, he loves to shuffle notes. I wonder if he's reading a bedtime story and he's just got notes. I don't
it
know.
has a head.
That's good.
It's got arms,
Finger.
got legs.
So our ultrasound photo that we posted along with our announcement was obviously full profile. It was the best ultrasound photo we had gotten, and we zoomed in to crop out the personal information that is on the screen. And I saw a couple comments saying that this was a Google stock image. And I was like, our baby is so perfect that you think it's from Google.
Genius.
Honestly, what a great compliment.
Yeah.
Yes. I was like, thank you.
All right, very cute, very nice. So Natalie, that actually reminded me that she took to her Instagram to respond to some people because of some things they were saying. But why do you? So some people were saying she looked sad in her photos here. I guess they thought, I can't imagine the level of judgment that she gets from the Bachelor community. She wasn't even on the dang show.
Okay. For the people who are saying I look sad in my previous posts,
Which is ridiculous. Natalie is a beautiful, beautiful young lady here. And it's really grasping at straws that they can't attack her for any of her looks. So they start questioning whether she looks sad or not in her photo. It's just like, God damn, do some people annoy me.
It's just my face. Like, that's just what my face looks like when I'm not smiling ear to ear.
And my wife, her face looks angry. She'll walk by, I go, baby, what's wrong? She's like, nothing. I'm like, oh, you know.
So, doesn't mean I'm sad, doesn't mean I'm depressed, doesn't mean I'm like heartbroken. It's literally just me looking at a camera. So, sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, anyway, so let's see if she has said anything else about I talked a little about first trimester depression and why I feel like it's not normalized in the podcast episode that dropped this morning. So making sure I stay on top of therapy each week is so important for me and baby. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, I know I had family members who went through postpartum psychosis, and it's something that's not talked about enough, like the things that can happen to your body through this tremendous miracle process of spawning another child. I mean, it's insane. And it should be normalized that you probably will go through highs and lows throughout the whole process.
First date horror stories.
All right, anyway, so that's all we've got from Nick. You can go check out the whole episode there. Also, don't forget, we are celebrating all of our teachers in our community. Dawn, Megan, and Jennifer are our 3 teachers today. Link in the description and link in the comment section below if you want to donate to any of the teachers on our wish list. We've got all of them right here. There's 30 or so. We're going to go through all of them. As the month goes by, these are donations you can make to teachers to make their classrooms wholesome and loving, and maybe one day we'll even have an Amazon wish list for Nick's nursery if we want to donate any power recap or logos or anything over there. I think the kid will like that. Alrighty then, that's going to do it for me unless there's any other breaking news. I've got to go jump over to the other side of Los Angeles, grab an interview for Driving with Dave, which will air first thing in the morning tomorrow. I've got a star of a hit TV show who has got a fascinating story. I cannot wait to talk with her. You're going to absolutely love it. But first, patreon.com/Dave Neal. I'm going live right now. Go check it out. Bye.